Hello students, this is Nitya Priya. Even today we are going to see about OLEDB and its related classes. Actually this is a large concept which we cannot discuss it in a single day. Even then, since we are taking a video and we are putting it, we are posting it, we have to take in a single video, right? So if you don't understand immediately, if you cannot catch it very fast, you can slow down the video or you can give pause and listen to the concepts. But listen, okay? So this will be a 10-mark question for you, right? And an important question too, right? So OLEDB. These are the contents of a presentation. How come we communicate with OLEDB data sources using edu.net? We see first. Then we see the major classes of OLEDB that are OLEDB connection, command, data adapter, and data table and its related classes like row, column, record, and so on, right? Okay, so this is communicating with OLEDB data sources using ADO.NET, right? ADO is a connection object for all the Microsoft programming languages. For .NET, which is also a Microsoft product, ADO.NET is the connection object. Okay, ADO was improved as ADO.NET for the connection establishment in Microsoft.NET. Okay, right. So in .NET there are two managed providers. One is SQL Server, another one is OLEDB, right? So SQL Server, if you are using the database SQL Server, the connection object, the connection class would be SQL client, okay, and the namespace is system.data.sql client. I'll show you the program later. If MS Access is the data source, then the connection object is OLEDB, then the namespace is system.data.oledb, right? So these two are the managed providers for .NET. Whatever .NET program we create, if you wanted to connect it with, you connect with the database, we can create the database either in SQL Server or in MS Access. That's it. Then the major classes of OLEDB. These are the major classes: OLEDB connection, OLEDB command, data reader, and data adapter. We see everything in detail one by one. OLEDB connection. What is OLEDB connection? Connection just creates a connection between the data source and the application program. That's it. It just creates a connection between the front end and the back end. Okay, right. Then OLEDB command. So I've given here the namespace system.data.oledb.oledb command class. This is how we'll use, right? So what is OLEDB command? OLEDB command class is just to execute all the commands. Okay, commands like SQL commands like create, update, insert, delete, select, right? So these are all commands can be executed through the class OLEDB command. And the next one is OLEDB data adapter. OLEDB data adapter, it acts as a conduit between the application and the connection, the database connection and the command objects. Okay, so it plays a role as a it's like a bridge. Okay, it's like a bridge that connects the client application, the database connection, and the commands executed on the database, everything. Okay, so it's a conduit. Using data adapter class only, we will be executing on the database using the front end application. Okay, so it will after executing the particular command, it will return the result also to the data control which is being used in the current application. Okay, I'll show it also in the example program. Then this OLEDB data adapter class has three command properties. One is insert command. You know what insert command is doing. Okay, it just inserts a record, okay, into the database, which is a student, which is the table. Okay, then select command just displays the records. Then delete will delete a particular field or a particular it will delete a particular value in a record or a record or set of records. Okay, delete will do everything, right? Then we saw two. One is OLDB connection, then OLDB command. Then we saw OLDB data adapter also. Then here we see data table. Data table is a class which is going to execute the data table. That's it, the table on the data source. Okay, and the related classes of data table are data row and data column, right? Now data set is an important class in the same namespace system.data, and it is the namespace can be given as system.data.dataset, right? So what is dataset? As I explained early when I gave the introduction itself, to connect with the database from a front-end application, we usually use record set. Record set provides us a connection when the data source is opened. Okay, so that is called as connected layer. Okay, in disconnected layer we will use data set. So disconnected layer means, this has been already explained, still I'm telling this. Disconnected layer is even though the data source is closed, okay, still we are able to access the data from the closed data source sitting in a front end application, .NET application. So that's it, that is disconnected layer. For this disconnected layer, data set is used. Okay, so that is the difference between record set and data set, right? So it gives us another advantage, right? Data set allows the data to be stored in XML format. You know what XML is? XML is a data carrier between two web applications, any two web applications, and it also allows interoperability in cross platform applications. For example, if one application is in VB.NET, if in another application is in C#.NET, okay, so different data, different platforms can be communicated using data set. Okay, and that is XML formatted data set. So that is the advantage of data set. So data set enables us to connect in disconnected layer. The next one is it allows cross platform interoperability. Okay, right. So data set is, it is quite similar like what record set, as I've told you early. Then it also operates on data table. Okay, the data table, the data in a table are stored in data row and data column objects. Okay, so if we want to select a record, we'll use data row. If we want to select a field, that's a column, we can use data column. Okay, right. This is the important portion of this video. Example program. This would be lengthy, but even though you download it and see, right? So example program. Here slowly we you see the program. Okay, so we give two import statements, system.data, system.oldb, right? And we create 4 objects for OLDB connection, OLDB command, OLDB data adapter and data set. Okay, for these 4 classes we create objects, 4 objects, right? And the next thing we do is we give connection, okay, through OLDB connection object. Okay, so that is how we are doing that is con equals new OLDB connection or the connection string. What's a connection string? Provider equals Microsoft.jet OLDB 4.0, data source equals the path of the database, and we are closing the parenthesis. Then at last we give con.open. That is how the connection is opened, right? Okay, so the next thing is view. Before explaining this coding, I'll show you the output, then you'll understand the coding, right? See, this is the output. We have created a table called we have created a table called department. Sorry, we created a table called DA. Okay, in DA we are going to fill the records. The table name is DA and the database is Aquila. Okay, so in Aquila the table DA is right. So what are the columns in DA? In DA we have the columns. See the labels: register number, S name, that is student name, course, department. These are the 4 fields we have, and we are going to just fill the data inside it. That is how it is filled in. That's the way it is filled in the data source also. Okay, so if we can do everything here. We can insert, we can delete, okay, we can select, we can update, we can do everything. We can clear the data also, right? So we have already created the table DA and we have put some 5 records here. See, 5 records, 1001 to 1005, 5 records are here. Now we are going to insert a new record which is 1006. Okay, 1006, the name is Bob, course is BCom and the department is commerce. See, right? So that we give here, the data we give here, and we just give insert and we get the output 1 record added. I'll show you the command for this. Okay, the coding for this, right? And see, when we view it, the data, the record is inserted. See here on the top it is only 5 records, and here on the below screen it is 6 records. Okay, right? So how we do that? See here, this is insert. Okay, right? So command, we are going to insert record using OLDB command object, because we are going to execute insert command, right? So for executing insert we use OLDB command. Okay, so OLDB, for executing OLDB command we have to use the appropriate object, which is CMD. See, CMD is the object of OLDB command. Okay, right? So CMD equals new OLDB command, and we give the query as insert into table name values. Okay, for inserting every data we give a plus value, that's the concatenation operator. So we have 5 text boxes, right? So text1.text, text2.text, text3.text and text4.text, and all these things will work on connection object. So we give con is the connection object. Okay, so to execute this query we give cmd.execute non-query. Execute non-query is the function which is going to execute any OLDB command on a database. Okay, so response.write 1 record added. This is the thing we got on the screen, right? So if when we inserted 1006 we got 1 record added, right? So that is how we got it, right? And the next one is delete. Delete is to delete any record or a value in a record, right? Okay, so we give cmd equals another, again to execute delete also we use the same object cmd. So cmd equals new OLDB command or delete from DA, the table name, where regno equals textbox1.text. Okay, so we give only text box 1, that is we give only register number, and the whole record would be deleted. I'll show you how it is. Right, see here we are deleting. See, 1006 we are deleting. Previously it was 1006, S name is Bob, course is BCom, department is commerce. So this record we are going to delete. So what do we give? We give only the register number. The record which is having the register number 1006 would be deleted. Okay, so we give 1006 and we give delete, and we click on the delete button, and when we view, see, 1006 has gone. We have only 5, 1001 to 1005. Okay, so for deleting this we are writing this particular coding. Okay, so cmd equals delete query, then cmd.execute non-query, then response.write 1 record is deleted. This response we got in the output, right? So you might have seen it, right? And the next one is update. I've shown you inserting and deleting. Now I'm going to show how to update the records. Okay, see, update is, you know what update is? We can update a field, okay, with the condition, right? Right. So what we are doing is updating the department with the register number. Okay, right. See, right, and this is the update query. See, the first record, the department of the first record is IT. What is the register number? It is 1001, right? So 1001's department is IT. Now we are going to change 1001's department as CS. Okay, so we show you the, we'll see the coding for that. See, now update table name set DEPT is equal to text box 4.text, because we give the data for department is text box 4 only. Okay, department will be given, department data will be given in text 4, right? So update data, update table name set DPT equals text 4.text, where register number equals text 1.text. So we give the register number in text 1 and give the department is in text 4, so that the record which is having the register number in text 1 will be changed with the department which is given in text 4. That's it. Okay, so that's how we give it. Then usually we give command dot execute non-query, that we give here. Then the output is the notification would be one record is updated. Okay, so see, when we execute it, we give 1001 and the record and the department CS. So the IT, the department data IT is changed as CS, right? 1001 is CS. Previously it was IT, now it is CS. I hope you understand, right? And finally it is clear. Before giving any record, the text boxes should be empty, right? So simply we give text box 1.text equals empty quotes. Adhe mari text box 2.text equals empty quotes. So that's how we give. And that is about the example. So we have seen OLEDB classes. How do we get connection with OLEDB, right? And we saw the managed providers, SQL server and OLEDB. The data object is, the connection object is ADO.NET. Okay, the providers are SQL server and OLEDB, and here we emphasize on OLEDB. So we saw the related classes of OLEDB, like OLEDB connection, OLEDB command, OLEDB data adapter. Okay, so like those things we saw, and we saw every classes in detail, and finally we saw an example also. So we are closing with this. We studied everything about OLEDB, right? If you study all the classes of OLEDB, that is all about OLEDB, right? Fine, we can execute a program very well with a simple .NET application. Okay, and this is your record program. Study this, and I hope this will be very useful for you. I hope you understand too. You have understood the concept too. Thanks for watching.